Hello everybody, it's Toon Army CB back again, and today I'm going to be doing another video. This video is reacting to my Premier League table predictions at the start of the season. I can't wait to get into this. There'll be some shockers, but yeah, we're just going to have to deal with it. But yeah, let's just get into it. And moving on to the first team, Arsenal. And I did have faith in them, to be fair. I actually put them to finish 4th. And currently they're sitting top of the Premier League. Whether they'll slip, neither have we know. But you've got to take your hat off to Arteta and all the lads in the squad. Because what a team they've become. Just think Arsenal were wanting Arteta out last season. And now think of what he's done. Absolutely incredible. They haven't splashed any millions either. They've just got it where they needed it. Zinchenko, great player. Gabriel Jesus, who to be honest hasn't really been a big signing for them because he's been injured for most of it, and Nketiah's stepped up. And what a job he's done as well. But yeah, Arsenal, round of applause because you've actually done very, very good. Now on to the second team now, the claret and blue side of the Midlands. It's of course Aston Villa, ruled under Unai Emery. I predicted them to finish 9th. Currently they're sitting 11th in the league table, which isn't too far from where I've predicted. I think I've got that one pretty spot on, to be fair. Now going down the country to the south coast of Bournemouth. And I put them in rock bottom, in fact. I predicted them to go down, straight back down in rock bottom. Sorry Bournemouth fans, but yous are sitting 18th right now as well. So to be honest, overall I think I've got that one pretty spot on also. I hope yous don't finish as where I said, because I do, to be fair, actually like your club Bournemouth. And now moving on to the Bees, Brentford now. And I don't know what happened with my prediction, but I thought 16th, and they're currently sitting in 8th place right now. I don't know what I was doing. I've had a nightmare. I don't know what I thought. Maybe like second season syndrome. But boy, I was wrong. Thomas Frank, I really owe you and your side an apology. And now we are moving on to Brighton. And I actually did this prediction before Yves Bissouma, Mark Cucurella and Graham Potter left. And I put them in 12th. But honestly, Brighton and Hove Albion, what a time to be a Brighton fan right now. They're sitting in 6th, basically in Europe as they are playing right now. Just got rid of Trossard as well, so we'll see how they cope. But they've got Matoma as well. McAllister, he's been absolutely amazing this season. And moving on to the blue side of London, of course it is Chelsea Football Club. And I predicted them 5th this season, and they're currently 10th right now. But to be honest, a team like Chelsea, they've just brought in Mudik. They've also got Sterling, who I hope will kick on because he's a great player. Badiashile, I don't know how to pronounce that name. But Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, a squad like that should not be 10th in the Premier League. João Felix. But yeah, anyway, Chelsea, I reckon you will finish 5th, to be fair. I still have faith in them. So, to be honest, right now, I do feel like my prediction could be pretty true, to be honest. And now, moving on to the red and blue South London team, Crystal Palace, the Eagles. I almost got this one spot on. I predicted them 12th. They're currently sitting in 11th right now. And yeah, what can I say really? I've got it pretty spot on, to be honest. I reckon they could be higher if Eze, Zaha and Elise seem to just make it free. They've got loads of attackers, but they don't really seem to score goals. But Crystal Palace, you must be doing something good, because you're in a good position right now, and you are where you should be. And now moving on to Everton. Everton. Sitting 19th in the Premier League. I don't know what's happened to your squad. Looks like Anthony Gordon's going to come to Newcastle. Frank Lampard's out the door. Onana looks like he's going to Arsenal. Honest to God, Everton, I don't know what's happening at your club, but it needs to be fixed. I predicted 15 for you, and to be honest, it looks like that's going to be a bit generous. because 19th, you don't even look like you are trying sometimes on the pitch. And it's a shame because you are a big club and I hope you's kick back on. But at the minute, Everton Football Club, it looks like you are going down. Now, we are moving on to Fulham. European side Fulham right now. Absolutely great by Fulham. And it's probably the biggest mistake of the video, but I've actually predicted Fulham to finish 19th place in the Premier League. Where has it all gone wrong for me? Marco Silva seems to be giving Mitrovic a chance, which is absolutely amazing. He's currently 4th in the top scorer table right now. He's doing great, unlike Scotty Parker, who did not pick him. But yeah, Mitrovic, former Newcastle man, living it up right now in the Premier League with another former Newcastle man, Ivan Toney. But yeah, Fulham, absolutely crazy. Now moving on to Yorkshire side, Leeds United, the Whites. And I predicted them to finish 17th in the league table. And it looks like they're going to do so, to be honest, as they are sitting in 15th. In summer, got rid of Calvin Phillips, arguably their best player, along with Rafinha. It did not look good at all. Jesse Marsch did not look stable. But he seems to prove all wrong. He's brought in a few players. Taylor Adams, who right now is arguably better than Calvin Phillips. So yeah, Leeds United doing as I expected, to be honest. But then as well, he's on the bottom three. So overall, it's a accomplishment really. Well done, Leeds. Now moving on to the Foxes, Leicester City now. I did predict them to finish 10th. They're currently sitting in 14th, sitting in 14th place right now. Doesn't look good at Leicester, to be honest. Just think 7 years ago that club was winning the Premier League. And the difference now is insane. I hope they kick on because I like the little club Leicester. Seem really good, but there's just no faith in that owner right now, and it's sad to see. Now moving on to Liverpool, and I predicted them to finish 2nd, and currently right now they are sitting in 9th place in the Premier League. What has went on at Liverpool? It's not Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool fans. I honestly believe it's your players. You paid so much for Darwin Núñez. He's been a big flop, to be honest. He's got a goal here and there, but overall he hasn't been the greatest. Just brought in Cody Gakpo. He doesn't look too good either. So maybe start looking at yourselves, Liverpool players, instead of trying to force it on your manager, because he's been good, but yous haven't. But Liverpool currently sitting in 9th, and it looks like Europa at the most. Now we move on to Manchester City now, who I predicted to finish 1st. They are currently sitting in 2nd right now, behind the mighty Arsenal. But Manchester City, you have done great this season, and just look at that man you brought in. Erling Braut Haaland. What a player he's been. He scored some goals for you. And to be honest, I do still think that Man City will win the league. And yeah, overall, it's pretty spot on with the prediction yet again. But Man City, well done. But try and get 1st like the comeback king you are. Now we move on to the red side of Manchester. Of course, it's the mighty Red Devils, Man United. And maybe a bit of an underestimation from me, to be fair. I put them in a Europa 6th spot, and they're currently sitting in 4th. Erik ten Hag, what a manager he's been at Manchester United so far. It looks like they're about to go into the Carabao Cup final, and the project at Man U at the minute under Ten Hag's looking amazing. And Marcus Rashford firing again, getting the goals. It's nice to see, and what a time to be a Man United fan, because it looks like you are getting Champions League again. So overall, well done. Now moving on to my club, Newcastle United. And I put them to finish 8th. And God, we are currently sitting in 3rd place right now. What a time to be alive for a Newcastle fan. Like myself, it's absolutely amazing. I said that they'd do it in a few 3 years or something to get in the Champions League. Doesn't look so. It looks like we're going to do it this year. Eddie Howe, some great recruitments, as the names of Dan Burn, Nick Pope for 10 million, Trippier for 12. Great right now, and all I can say is 11 goals conceded in the Premier League. And Chelsea, Wesley Fofana for 70 million. Newcastle's back 5, same price. I know who I'd rather have. Now moving on to Nottingham Forest, newly promoted team. And I predicted them 13th. And they're currently sitting in 14th right now. Great from Nottingham Forest. Absolutely, spot on. Well done, Nottingham Forest. They were on about getting rid of Steve Cooper, but then they've obviously saw spark as they renewed his contract for a few more years. And Brennan Johnson, he looks a key player. He looks very good. So does Morgan Gibbs-White. And yeah, Nottingham Forest, I hope you kick on to top 10, because a club as the size of yours, you really do deserve it. Well done, Nottingham Forest. Now moving on to the Saints, Southampton now. I predicted them to finish in a relegation spot. That relegation spot was 18th, but they are currently sitting rock bottom under Nathan Jones. They've already got rid of one manager this season, Ralph Hasenhüttl, and it doesn't look good for Nathan Jones either. They're currently against my club, Newcastle, in the Carabao Cup semi-final now, but as well in the Premier League, it just all lights are off, to be honest. Do not look good at all, Southampton. They've just brought in Mislav Orsic, who I hope kicks on. Also, someone in midfield from Argentina. He looked up kind of decent against Newcastle. I hope it works out for Southampton, because they've been in the Premier League more or less all my life. And I do like the team, Southampton. Little club from down south. I hope yous go up, but at the minute it looks like yous are heading down to the Championship. Now we move on to Tottenham Hotspur, currently sitting in the Europa spot in 5th, and I actually predicted them to finish 3rd. Yet again, prediction pretty spot on, just 2 places off for Tottenham. And yeah, I reckon they could actually kick on in the top 4, but to be honest, with the point gap right now, it doesn't look the case. But Tottenham, quality this season, it's just sometimes you lack consistency. But say you had the consistency, I reckon you'd be going for the title. But overall, Tottenham fans, I'd be happy, because you'd have seemed to do your job under Antonio Conte. Well done. Now moving on to West Ham, another shocker. Now, it is, of course, because I have put West Ham to finish 7th, and they are currently sitting in 16th place. What has gone wrong at West Ham? What has happened? I don't know, because they were sitting in Europa last season, and they got the semi-final, and now they're sitting in a relegation scrap. I really don't know what's went on with David Moyes and his squad, but I hope it improves, because West Ham are a big team, and a big team like West Ham cannot drop a league. Now moving on to the final team of the video. It is Wolverhampton Wanderers, and they've just appointed Lopetegui, and so far it doesn't look very good. 2 points in 4 games for Wolves, does not look shiny at all. I predicted them to finish 13th, they are currently 17th right now, and they really need to kick on, because it's just not good enough for Wolves, and to be honest, I think they could go down. And that is the end of today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to follow my socials in the description down below. But until then, I've been Toon Army CB, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.